All right. This loss was humiliating. Absolutely and utterly humiliating. This game, in my opinion, represented the entire season in a nutshell. We play competitively and we're in the game for 3/4 or in a little bit into the fourth, and then we literally fold up like a lawn chair. It was ridiculous. And obviously, we're completely eliminated from playoff contention with that loss. It was against the Chicago Bears, which is a division rival, one of the biggest rivalries in the NFL, and we looked like hot garbage. We looked completely inept. We looked completely terrible. And this team is far from relevancy. I don't know. I don't know where we go from here. We're done. Our season's over. We might as well lose the next 2 games as far as I care. It doesn't matter. We're now gonna have a losing season. So we've shown 0 improvement from last year, literally none. So we're gonna lose. Yeah, I mean, at best we're gonna be 7-8-1 now, which is great. Literally no improvement. There's just no excuse. I mean, we've had Aaron Rodgers all year, which is going to lead me to a point that I'm about to make in a little bit. This game, from the very beginning, it's just the same old crap that we've been having all season. No consistency. Defense will play great on one drive and then can't stop them to save their life the next. The offense looks great on one drive and then can't do a dadgum thing the next. It's beyond frustrating at this point. There is nothing redeeming about this season. And honestly, there's not much redeeming about this team. I don't know. You would think that you would want to tank for the next 2 games to get a good draft pick. But knowing that we literally can't draft, I don't know why it would matter. We have, in the past 2 years, we have drafted basically nobody. Nobody that's meaningful other than arguably Aaron Jones. I mean, he's been a pretty good running back. But obviously, when we had Mike McCarthy, he had absolutely 0 concept of how to use him and wouldn't use him. I mean, we could have won games had he have had more carries, but because of our idiot ex-head coach, he wouldn't do it. So here we are sitting at, what are we, 5-8-1? Yeah, I think we're 5-8-1 now. Aaron Jones, I believe, got injured today because he didn't return, but what difference does it make? We would have probably lost anyways. So we're going to have to figure out how to draft. We're going to need to draft somebody that's good. And I'm sick. And one thing I am sick and tired of are drafting players from non-Power 5 teams. Like, what is so bad with getting a good player from a good college team? And I understand our whole motto of, well, we want to, get players and we just want to give them a chance and just work them up from the bottom, and that's great and all for occasionally, to have a system where you build players from the team and do that whole shenanigan stuff, but it's getting ridiculous. It's coming to the point that we're not drafting anybody from good college teams or any successful players, and we're getting people from teams like UTEP and Louisville that are either not even a Power 5 team or a lousy Power 5 team, and somehow expecting them to come to the Packers and be phenomenal. It's ridiculous. It's not going to happen. And then, of course, we got Jimmy Graham this year, which is a complete and total bust. Why? He literally has done nothing this year. Nothing. He hasn't helped the team at all. He might have 1 or 2 catches a game. Why are we spending a big contract on someone that can't perform? Please explain to me this. Our next head coach. Our next head coach needs to be offensive minded. He needs to figure out what to do with what little talent we have. This team this year was just a mess. It was a complete debacle. I mean, there was no consistency. It was just beyond frustrating. No, the running game was not consistent. The passing game was even less consistent. It was just ridiculous. So we need to find a head coach that's going to have to figure out how to be creative. I don't know. I mean, our offense was so stale with Mike McCarthy that I could predict a play. I could literally call better play calling than him. It was ridiculous. Next, quarterback. I'm probably going to get heat for saying this, but in the game today, Aaron Rodgers was one of the worst players on our team, and it wasn't close. He looked horrible. There was a drive in the third quarter, I swear. It was humiliating. He threw 3 deep passes, and not a single one of them were close to the targets or close to the receivers. One of his passes was like 20 yards past the wide receiver. Are you kidding me? You're getting paid millions upon millions of dollars, and you can't even throw a ball accurately towards anybody. He actually finally threw a pick today, finally threw an interception, so that took away that streak that he was living on, which obviously it's a big thing to throw that many passes without an interception, but when you play for a lousy team and 90% of your passes are throwaways, I mean, I don't know what you expect. So, yeah. He was terrible. Aaron Rodgers sucked today. He absolutely stunk. And there's no sugarcoating it. No, well, it's blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Aaron Rodgers looked terrible. You know? Completely inaccurate. I don't know. If I were the Packers next season, and it's getting to be the time that they need to do this anyways, is they need to draft a good college quarterback. And now, originally, I wanted him to back up Aaron Rodgers until Aaron Rodgers retired. But it's getting to the point where if I were the head coach and the management, I would do an open tryout for quarterbacks during the spring training. And whoever does the best gets the starting job, regardless of how many years you've been on the team, and regardless of how much you're getting paid. If we have a rookie quarterback coming out of college that can play better than Aaron Rodgers, then Aaron Rodgers should not be the starter next season. I'm sorry. But by the performance he put out on the field today, he was one of the worst players on the team. And it was inexcusable. So, yeah. And some other players that we need to cut while we're at it is Randall Cobb, who's like 35 years. I don't know how old the guy is. He's too old to be playing football, in my opinion. He needs to be cut. He's done nothing all season other than be injured and drop passes. So I don't know what good he's doing. And then the other one would be Clay Matthews. What has he done this season other than get penalized? What is he? I know he's had a couple sacks all season. You know? I don't know. I would rather cut him and get somebody better. It probably wouldn't be that hard. But knowing our drafting, we probably will find somebody worse. I mean, we have no backup quarterback right now. I mean, you get rid of Brett Hundley to get Deshaun Kaiser, who's literally the only quarterback in the league that could possibly be worse than Hundley. You know, it was ridiculous. And I was angry about it when it happened. I'm still not happy about it now, but that's neither here nor there because I don't know. We need to get our acts straight next season. But this is looking like it. Like, this isn't just a bad year. Like, I can handle bad seasons. This isn't a bad season. This is a bad franchise right now. This entire team, top to bottom, is bad. Management is bad. The coaching's bad. The players are bad. There's no talent. And I don't see, unless we have a great offseason, I don't see it changing. This team may not be relevant for years. And I'm talking 10 years or more until this team makes the playoffs. I mean, we are that bad right now. And we are not improving. For the past 3 years, we have gotten consecutively worse and worse and worse every season. And I don't see it being any different next year. I hope we do. I hope that next year we get our act together and play competitively again. That would be nice. But right now we're not. And honestly, if they fired the entire team right now, I would not be that upset. I mean, because who are we firing? You could literally keep Aaron Jones and probably Aaron Rodgers, and you could literally cut the entire team and we're not missing anybody. I mean, it's ridiculous. So that's how my afternoon was watching the Packers completely get obliterated and humiliated. And I don't care if we lose by 2 points. Losing to the Bears is humiliating. And that's where we're at. I hope that every other NFL fan had a better day than most Packer fans right now, because I am up to the ceiling in frustration with this team right now. This is beyond ridiculous at this point. I've had it. I've had it with the crappy coaching. I've had it with Aaron Rodgers being inconsistent. I've had it with the defense being terrible. It's just, I don't know. It's frustrating. I don't know. I hope next year we can do better. But this has just been an incredible disappointment this season. And that's an understatement.